Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all okay. I'm really missing not having our fun food tech lessons with you all, but until we can get back together again, I thought today we would make one of our favourite things to make is our cheese and tomato twists. So, I've got my apron on, wash my hands, and the first thing we need to do is check our ingredients, okay? So, we've got our puff pastry, we've got our parmesan cheese, we've got our tomato puree or sun-dried tomato paste. You can use either of these, whichever one you prefer or whichever one you have in your cupboard, okay? So then we need our equipment. We don't need too much equipment. We need our baking tray, we need our chopping board, and we need a dessert spoon and either a sharp knife, or if you can't use a sharp knife and you don't feel safe, then you can use a butter knife. Either is fine. So first thing I'm going to do is get our pastry out, our puff pastry. Let me just move these ingredients out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put the pastry out onto the chopping board, and then I'm going to use the greaseproof paper to line our baking tray so they don't stick. So we're going to unwrap the pastry. So we've got a piece of pastry on our chopping board, okay, like that. So the next thing we need to do is fold our pastry in half. And the reason we do that is so we can get the centre, we can get the middle. We know then we've got two equal halves, okay? So if I unfold it, you can see the line down the middle, and we know that's our centre. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to spread one half of the pastry. I'm going to use tomato puree today, and I'm going to use the back of my spoon to spread. So I'm going to put the tomato puree over one side, only up to the middle, remember. We don't go over both sides. That's our lid, the other half. So we spread the tomato puree all over, up to the middle. Okay, if you don't want as much as I put on, that's fine. Just put a little bit on. If you want a little bit more, that's fine. It's all how much you like, how strong you like the flavour. Okay, so that's our tomato puree. And then we're going to get our parmesan. I've already put mine in a dish, and I'm going to use a teaspoon to sprinkle the parmesan over the tomato sauce. Okay, so I'll just lift it up so you can see. I like quite a lot of cheese, so I'm going to put quite a lot on mine. But again, if you don't like it too strong, don't put as much on. Okay, so that's that done. Now, what we do then is we fold the other half over the top, like so. Now, here comes the slightly trickier part. We have to now cut these into strips. So I'm going to use the sharp knife, okay, and I'm going to use the bridge method, and we are going to cut them into strips. And we are going to use what I call the sawing method, okay? I'm not going to just drag the knife down because it will pull my pastry and rip it. So I'm going to saw each strip. And I'm just going to cut one more to show you using the bridge method. Okay, we're going to cut the strip all the way down. Like that. So now comes the fun part. So we get our strip. Okay, we're going to hold one end, and the other end we're going to turn. Turn, turn, turn. And keep turning until you get a nice twist. like that. I'm going to squeeze the ends very slightly to seal them, and then I'm going to put them on my baking tray. And I'm going to do one more just to show you. Twist, twist, keep twisting. And you get a nice twisted, pretty shape. Put that on the baking tray. So you finish off your twists, okay? And when you've done that, we're going to put them in the oven on 200 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes. Get someone to help you put them in the oven, okay? All right? There we go. See you later.
15 minutes later.
Right, the tomato and parmesan twists have now been in the oven for about 15 minutes. So I'm just going to check that they're ready to come out. Put my oven glove on, ready. I'm going to turn the oven off. Open the oven door. Remember to stand back from the heat to let the heat out. Okay, so I'm going to get them out the oven. Okay, I'm going to put them on a mat to cool. Once they've cooled down slightly, we can put them onto our cooling rack, okay? And then they'll be ready to enjoy. I'm just going to show you how they look cooked. Hope you can see those. They look delicious. Okay, so I hope you enjoy making them, and I hope you enjoy eating them, and I hope to see you all soon. Take care.